Hey everyone, it's Ashley here for Not2Shabby, and I have my design team project to share with you for this week. I will link all the products below that I share, and if you do head over to the shop to make a purchase, you can use my coupon code CraftyGirl to save 10% on your order. So today I'm going to be making this really cute little scene card, and I thought it would be fun to make some cute colorful clouds with the new MFT cloud stencil, and I'm just so in love with this greeting farm set. So this one is called Best Day Ever, and it is such a cute summer set. You've got the cute little Ferris wheel there, you get 4 little character images, and just a ton of accessories to make the cutest little scene. I also used this MFT 6x6 stencil cloud, and it is so cute. You can turn it all different ways and use your sponge and distress inks to make a really cool background. So I did use my distress inks. I don't use them a ton in my videos, but I want to use them more, so I'm going to be using the scattered straw, spun sugar, and shaded lilac. And then I also used some dyes. I used this one here from Avery L. It's the Wonky Stitches dye. I used the largest one there. I also used this Lawn Fawn dye. I used the grassy border one to do the grass there for the background. And then I used this paper pad, the Watercolor Wishes by Lawn Fawn, just for the green grass there. And it's really pretty. It's got some nice colors as well. So let's get into the process video, and I will show you guys how I made this cute card. So I started out by taking a white piece of cardstock and cutting that out using the Wonky Stitches die. That's going to be our background for the card. And then I took that green paper and I cut it out using the same die. And now I'm going to use the grassy border die. So I'm going to cut that out once, and then I'm going to cut it out again using the same die. I'm just going to move it over a little bit so it changes where the lining up of the grass pieces go, and then that'll be the bottom portion of the card there. So now I'm going to take the stencil cloud, and I'm going to take my distress inks and also my little dauber, and I will mention that I'm not great at using these. I don't use them very often, but I want to get better at it, so the best way to learn is to just keep practicing. So I'm just taking the distress ink here, and I'm just kind of dabbing it on with my little dabber there, and I wanted to do a cute little kind of like yellow to pink to purple, and I thought it'd be so pretty, and then it would leave a nice little background that looked fun for summer, kind of like a sunset going down. So then I used the spun sugar, and now I'm using the shaded lilac, and it looks so pretty. And you can change the side that you use for the clouds. You can get different dimensions of the cloud, and the shaded lilac is kind of like a bluey purple, so it's perfect for the color of the clouds at the top there. And I'm just kind of dabbing it on. Now I'm going to stamp out my images. I'm going to stamp out this cute little girl. She is my favorite on this set. I love her little headband. She is too precious. Then I stamp out the little Mickey ears, that other little girl, the little plushy unicorn, some cotton candy, tickets, balloons, and then of course the little Ferris wheel. So to start out with my Copic coloring, I'm using E13 for the skin, and then blending that out with E11 and E00. Then I do some pink on her cheeks with R20, and then I go back in with E13 just to darken it up a little bit. And then I do the skin color for the other little girl using E11 and E00. And I just love all the interactive pieces in this set. They're so fun to play with and just add your own little scene. It's so cute. So then this little girl also gets some brown hair, so I'm using E53, and I'm just doing a whole base coat on her hair. Then I'm going to use my Copic markers to do a flicking motion to give it some dimension. I'm using E55 for that. And I just turn the page as I go just so that I'm always flicking away from my body. And then I use E57. And I love how her hair came out. It's so easy to paper piece with that, or excuse me, to Copic color with those little headbands in their hair, because you have like a beginning point. I really like when they have stuff in their hair. Then I'm using E59. And then for the other little girl, I'm going to do blonde hair for her. I use Y32 and do a full base coat. And you could just leave it like that. You don't have to do the flicking motion if you don't want to. And then I used the Y35 and Y38 just to darken it up a little bit. And then for the little unicorn, I use BV13 and BV01. And then I use the same color combo for this little girl's headband and her little dress there. And then I go in for the little unicorn with RV81, or excuse me, RV83 and RV81. And I love that little plushie. It's like the little prize that they won at the fair. It's so cute. Then I do the little cotton candy using V10 and V00. And then I do the little Ferris wheel in BV13 and BV01. And then I use R83 and R81 for the other part of the Ferris wheel. And this is so cute because you could color it up so many different colors and it just looks so cute for the summer. Then I'm going to do the little Mickey ears. So I'm using black 100 just for the outside, and then I use C8. And then I go in with C4, and then I do the tip-to-tip technique with my Copic marker to get a color in between the two of those colors. And that Minnie Mouse hat would be so cute with a little bow on the ears. I'm definitely going to have to do that in another project. This one's so cute for like Disney projects or that kind of thing. Then I use G02 and G01 for the tickets. Then for the little girl's dress, I use R83 and R81. And I give some R20 for her cheeks for a little bit of a pink blush. Then I'm going to do the little balloon, so I use BV13. And then for the other balloon, I use R83 and R81. And then for the last balloon, I use G02 and G01. So cute. Now I just take my black jelly pen and add on some black dots to the eyes and also on the little tickets there. And then I take my white jelly pen to give some little dots on their cheeks and just to add a little bit of accents on the images. It just really makes them pop when you do that. And also on the balloons. Now I'm going to fussy cut these out. There is coordinating dies that you can purchase separate, and like I said, I'll link all of it below for you guys in the description box, but I just use my sewing scissors and fussy cut these out. They were actually fairly easy to fussy cut. So I'm just leaving a little bit of white around the edge. And I think these would make really cute little paper clips too, especially that little Ferris wheel one. And I just love those little Mickey and Minnie ears. Then I just took my white jelly pen and added a white dot on top of the black eyes so that it had the little accent on it. And then just cut out the little unicorn. So now I'm going to assemble my card. So I'm just taking an A2 sized card base, and I'm just taking some white cardstock, and I'm just going to take my scissors and trim that out so that the back part is white. I'm taking my ATG gun and I'll adhere that down. And then I can adhere the part with the cloud panel. And then I can add on the little bit of grass. So I'm going to add adhesive to the bottom of that grass portion, and then I can kind of lift it up and tuck in this other piece of grass there. And now we have our little scene, so we can start to add on the images. And this is the best part for doing scene cards, is you can kind of just play around with the images, move them around, and see how you want them to go. So I just left this part in so you could see just how I kind of like fussed about with the little images and how I kind of was like moving them around from the back to the front. And I kind of decided that that's how I want it to be. So I'm going to add on my sentiment. So cute with the little tickets in her hand. And I just cannot get over that cute little Mickey cap. Now I'm going to put on the sentiment. I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I'm just going to stamp it onto the cloud portion. And it just says, "Let's make magical memories." I think that's so cute for a birthday card. And now I start to adhere on all of my pieces. So I'm just adding some ATG tape, and I'm just adding on all the little elements. It's just so cute that you can change all of these little bits around. And there is 2 little boy images on this stamp set as well. I just chose to do the 2 little girls. And I added on the little mini ears. And then I decided that I did want to have the little Ferris wheel in the background, so I put it to the left of the little character images. And now I'm just going to take some sparkling clear sequins and just add that for a little bit of sparkle. And I adhered that using my ATG gun, and then I used my Spectrum Noir glitter pen to glitter up this little card. So that was my project for this week. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will link all the products below. Don't forget, if you head over to Not2Shabby shop, you can use my coupon code CraftyGirl, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.